I hate it when sometimes the fear gets in the way. I hate that feeling of fear. I hate being afraid. I was a very fearful kid. I was afraid of the dark, I was afraid of heights. I froze rock climbing, and my friends went, I hated that idea. And I made myself get over those fears. Right? And now I'm no longer, but if anything comes up to me, and I know you relate to this, if I feel frightened of it, I have to attack it. I have to go in because I'm terrified that it will creep into other areas of my life and just start to take over. So you cannot get rid of those nerves or the fear. You can't get rid of them. And they appear for a reason. Because maybe you need to do more work. Maybe you're not ready. Yeah. That fear drives you. Without that fear, you would not be here today.
I'm motivated by fear.
Fear of what?
Fear of fear. I hate being scared to do something. And I think what developed in my early days was the attitude that I started attacking things that I was scared of. And I remember the first time being at the Arsenio Hall show, and I felt dwarfed at the Arsenio Hall show. Hollywood was so much bigger than the music that I was making. I felt scared. And so I walked right up to Arsenio. Oh, what's up, man? What's going on, man? My name is Will Smith. I'm gonna be a big dog out here in a minute. You don't know me yet, but I'm gonna be big. Yeah. And I started developing the habit of attacking things that I was scared of.
The biggest risk you can take is not taking any risk. Whenever you get yourself into a position where you have to make some big shift in direction or do something, people are going to point to the downside risks of that decision. And locally, they're maybe right? I mean, for any given decision that you're going to make, there's upside and downside. But in aggregate, if you are stagnant and you don't make those changes, then I think you're guaranteed to fail. Over time, the biggest risk that you can take is to not take any risk.
The other thing is you have to embrace those failures. You have to embrace those mistakes. You have to learn that that approach didn't work, and you don't want to do it again, obviously, and that if you hadn't had that failure, you might have made a much bigger mistake later on, doing the same exact thing.
If you want to be successful, here's the thing you have to do. You have to jump. There is no way around it. You have to jump. Every successful person has jumped. You got to jump. You got to jump. Now here's the problem. Here's the problem, my friends. When you jump, I can assure you one thing. I promise you this. Your parachute will not open right away. No. That's the fear part. I promise you your parachute will not open right away. You're gonna hit them sides and them rocks. You're gonna tear your back out on them cliffs. You're gonna cut yourself. You're gonna get wounded. You're gonna get some tears and stuff like that. But eventually, the parachute will open and you'll be sober. But here's the other caveat. Let me teach you this right here. If you do not jump, I promise you one thing. Your parachute will never open. Here's the thing you have to do. You have to jump. You have to jump. You got to take a leap of faith. You got to dash off that cliff and you got to jump out there as far as you can. Now, a lot of times you stand on the cliff of life and you see other people soaring by, gliding down like a bird flying through the air. They going over to the south of France. You see them on a boat somewhere. You see their family vacationing here, their family vacationing there. You see them dressing like this. You see them in New York, then you see them in London. They flying by. You know why? It's because their parachute open. But the only way to get your parachute to open so you can soar, you got to jump. You have to jump.